Welcome back to my channel, guys. So today I'll be talking about Premier League Match Week 29 preview and prediction. So once again, we got some really good games coming up. And without any further ado, let's get to our predictions. First game is Newcastle versus Aston Villa. I think this is a very decent game to watch, and it is a very important game for Newcastle. And if Newcastle do lose this game, I think by the end of this match week, they can be in the relegation area, because if Fulham and Brighton win this weekend, they are in the relegation zone. So I think Newcastle will be eager to get this win. It is going to be a close game because Aston Villa recently, I'm not going to say they're performing at their best, but still this team is solid. They are not giving opponents a lot of chances. Against Wolves, I think they could have easily won that game. So therefore, I think both of these teams coming into this fixture will be very fresh, and I think both of these teams will be eager to get a win. In terms of Newcastle form line, they are also performing well recently. The last two games were 2 draws. One was against Wolves and one was against West Brom. So I think Newcastle will believe that they can sneak in a point out of this game. And for Aston Villa, I think Aston Villa will want to win this game instead of a draw, because, as I said, if they want to finish in the Europa League spot at least, they'll have to start picking up points, because recently the form line is not that good, even though they are 2 match weeks behind. But I still think they need to perform much better, because later on, if they are squeezing those matches in, it is going to be difficult for them, and I think the fatigue can be an issue. So for this game prediction, I think it's going to be a really tight one, but I'm happy to go for a draw. I'm going to go for Newcastle 1, Aston Villa 1. Legionnaire versus Chelsea. This is going to be a really great game to watch. Legionnaire, in the last 5 games, they only got 1 win, and rest of the game they lost all of them, and their last 2 games they didn't score. So I think this form line is not good, and they'll have to somehow pick up if they want to finish around top 10 this season. On the other hand, for Chelsea, to be honest, as I always say, under their new manager, they're playing some really decent football. In the last 9 Premier League matches, they're unbeaten. They've been playing some really good football. So I think they will be eager to continue their good form over here. And I'm pretty sure it's not going to be easy, because we all know that Leeds United is a very tricky team. And against a team like Chelsea, because we all know that Chelsea sometimes can do some sloppy mistake against these mid-table teams or lower-ranked teams. So I think Leeds United will be coming into this fixture with a lot of hopes, and they think they can get a result. On the other hand, same goes for Chelsea. They will be looking at Leeds United and telling themselves they are not in good form. In the last 5 games, they only got 1 win. So I think Chelsea will be also looking into this game with a lot of hopes. And I think we can expect some goals, because Leeds United can play some attacking football. Chelsea as well, because they have a new manager and he knows how to score goals. So I think it's going to be a really open game to watch. But from a prediction, I'm happy to go with Chelsea 3, Leeds United 1. Crystal Palace versus West Brom. To be honest, Crystal Palace, I don't think they have anything to play for anymore, because I think I'm saying this a little bit too early, but then if you look this realistically, I don't think they can relegate or even finish for Europe spot. So I think they are just battling for a good position, and I think they will be eager to push themselves around top 10 or 11, something like that. So they will be eager to get this win as well, because they lost 4-1 against Tottenham, but then before that they were performing well. So on the other hand, for West Brom, to be honest, they have a lot to play for, because they are still in that relegation zone, and I think they will be still believing that they can survive the relegation. It is gonna be really tough, but then there is some hope, especially if they can get this win. If they can get this win and Brighton do lose this weekend, they will be only 5 points behind Brighton. So I think there is still some hope, but I think it's gonna be difficult. And now let's go back to this match. I think it's gonna be a really decent game to watch. Both of these teams won't make a lot of chances, but I think we can expect around 2 goals or 3 goals. But from a prediction, I'm actually happy to go with another draw. I'm gonna go for Crystal Palace 1, West Brom 1. But if I have to choose a winner, I'm actually gonna choose Crystal Palace, because recently they've been playing some decent football, and the form line is not reliable, I know that, but then I still think they have a lot of quality, and they've been playing some decent football recently, as I said. So I think they do have a chance to win this game. But then once again, same thing goes to West Brom. They've been playing some decent football. So therefore, I think 1-1 is a fair enough call, and it's a safe call. Everton versus Burnley. This is going to be those very weird games, because we all know that Everton and Burnley, their form line is always very weird, I should say, because they can perform really well, and then suddenly they'll lose to a team that is bottom of the table and something like that. So I think it's a very weird game to watch, and I think both of these teams have something to play for this game. So I think this will make this game more interesting. Everton for now, they are 6th, and I think if they can win this game, they will be 5th. But then if West Ham do win against Manchester United, they will go back to 6th. On the other hand, for Burnley, they also need this win. For now, they are only 4 points in front of Fulham. So if they can get a win over here, they'll go past Southampton. So I think it's a good sign for them, and I think they will be looking forward to do that. For this game, I think it's going to be a really good game to watch. Everton, in the last 5 games, they got 9 points. On the other hand, for Burnley, they got 4 draws in the last 5 games. So I think their form line is not that bad. But then I think Everton will be eager to get this win. As I said, if they want to finish in Champions League spot or in Europa League spot, they'll have to win these kind of games. So it is going to be a really good game to watch. But for my prediction, unfortunately, I'm going to go for Everton. I want Burnley to get a good result out of this game, but I think against Everton it's going to be difficult. So I'm going to go for Everton 2, Burnley 1. Fulham versus Manchester City. This is going to be a really great game to watch. And we all know that Fulham were in the relegation zone right from Premier League match week 2 or 3. But then recently they've been performing really well. And I think they will be eager to go out of the relegation zone after this match week. It is going to be difficult against Premier League leader Manchester City, even though they lost against Manchester United, but then they did bounce back well. But then I think Fulham should look at the Southampton game and tell themselves we have to go forward more often, because Southampton on that game, they were really going forward. They're creating a lot of chances. So I think Fulham should look at it and tell themselves, I think we should do something similar, because if they do sit back, they're going to concede a lot of shots and they will not really create a lot of chances, so they might end up losing the game or something like that. So I think Fulham should try to go more forward, even though it's going to be difficult, but they'll have to go forward more often than not in this game, because the chances are going to be very limited, and if you sit back, you might not even get some good chances. So I think Fulham will have to go forward. I think we can expect some goals. This game is going to be another wide open game, and Fulham should really push themselves. They shouldn't sit back and rely on their counter-attack, even though they got some really good speed. But I think once again, they should go forward instead of sitting back. So from a prediction, unfortunately, I'm going to go for Manchester City. I think Fulham will try their best, but I think they'll just fall short. So from a prediction, I'm going to go for City 3, Fulham 1. Southampton versus Brighton. This is going to be a really great game to watch, and I think both of these teams coming into this fixture will be telling themselves we need this win. And if it is a draw, I think both of these teams will regret this result, because as I said, this game is going to be really wide open. Southampton, to be honest, I'm not going to say they've been playing bad, because sometimes they do create good chances, but then their finishing touch is missing. And same goes to Brighton. In the last 5 games, they could have easily got 15 points, but then their finishing touch was missing. That's why they only got 1 point. So I can tell you, both of these teams can play some good football, and they are not really a bad side. Like, if you look at the form line, you'll be saying this team is not performing well and stuff. But then honestly, both of these teams did perform well this season, but then it is just a result. So that's why they are over here, and one of them is battling for the relegation. So it is going to be a really wide open game. Both of these teams will make a lot of chances. So I think we can expect some goals. But then it is all depend on these teams. Are they going to finish their chances or no? Because these two teams are the master of missing chances. So therefore, I think it's going to be a really weird game to watch. But from a prediction, I'm actually going to go for a high scoring one. I think it is going to be a really good game to watch. Both of these teams will make chances. So therefore, I'm going to go for Brighton 3, Southampton 2. And I really want Brighton to get this win, because if they actually screw up this game, I think they are going to relegate this season. They'll have to win this game no matter what. Leicester City versus Sheffield United. This is one of those games where Sheffield United will be telling themselves, we do have a chance to win this game, because Leicester City, they are not a really reliable team. But then if you look at their recent form line, they are not that good, because they were out of the Europa League, and then straight up they lost to Arsenal, and then they got a draw against Burnley. But then their 2-1 win against Brighton was a good one. I saw some positivity from this team once again, and I saw some hungers. So I think they will be eager to get 3 points out of this game. On the other hand, for Sheffield United, to be honest, this team can play some attractive football sometimes, but then they lost to Southampton 2-0, and we all know that Southampton do have a lot of injury issue, but still they lost to them, and I think this game is going to be difficult for Sheffield United. And I'm going to go for Leicester City 2, Sheffield United 0. Arsenal versus Tottenham. This is going to be a really great game to watch, and I think both of these teams will be coming into this fixture telling themselves we need a win. If Arsenal can get this win, they will be 4 points behind Tottenham. And if Tottenham can get this win, they can actually finish around fifth by the end of this match week. So I think both of these teams will be eager to get a win. And for sure, Arsenal will need this win because if they want to finish around Europa League spot, they'll have to start winning games. Even though recently they've been performing well, but then sometimes we all know that this team can really be a really disappointing team, I should say. So yeah. In terms of Tottenham form line, recently they've been performing well. They're scoring a lot of goals. So I think they will be coming into this fixture with a lot of confidence. In the last 5 matches, they actually scored 15 goals. So this is some really good form line. On the other hand, for Arsenal, to be honest, even this team is performing well. And even Arsenal are scoring goals recently. In the last 4 matches, they actually got 10 goals. So I think both of these teams, attacking-wise, are playing some good football. And defensive-wise, I think Tottenham are playing a little bit better football because for Arsenal in the last 5 matches, they don't have a clean sheet. But then for Tottenham, in the last 5 matches, they got 3 clean sheets. So I think this will give Tottenham a little bit more hopes. So this is going to be a really good game to watch. But from a prediction, I just have a feeling Tottenham will get their job done, and I think they'll win this game. And Mourinho, once again, he knows how important this game is, and I think he should win this game. From prediction, I'm going to go for Tottenham 2, Arsenal 1. But I'm pretty sure Arsenal will dominate the possession and create a lot of chances. So therefore, I think Arsenal do have a chance to win this game as well. But I'm just worried about their defensive issue recently because in the last 5 matches, they don't have a clean sheet where Tottenham do have. So therefore, I'm going to go for Tottenham 2, Arsenal 1. Man United versus West Ham. I think this is going to be a really good game to watch. Man United in the last 5 Premier League matches, or I should say in the last 5 matches, they actually got 4 clean sheets. So I think you can say how good this team is performing. And in the last 5 matches, they only concede 1 goal. So therefore, I think this team is performing really well. But then attacking-wise, in the last 5 matches, they only scored 3 goals. So this is kind of a worrying sign. But then we all know that Man United are full of creativity. They have good strikers. They have good players. So I think it is not a concern situation. On the other hand, for West Ham, once again, they're having a really good season. So I think they will be eager to continue their good season. And if you look at Man United form, they don't really have a good home record. So I think West Ham will be looking at this and telling themselves they do have a chance. And I think because of that, I'm actually going to give West Ham 1 point out of this game and also Man United. So therefore, I'm going to go for another typical Man United result. Man United 0, West Ham 0. Wolves versus Liverpool, to be honest, it is going to be a really good game to watch. Both of these teams will be coming into this fixture telling themselves they do have a chance. Wolves in the last 5 Premier League matches, they got 8 points. On the other hand, Liverpool in the last 5 Premier League matches, they only got 3 points. So I'm not sure how you're going to look at this game in terms of their form line. But then I think Wolves do have a chance because they've been playing some decent football. Against City, they were really decent, even though they lost 4-1. But then to be honest, like if you did watch the game, Wolves did sit back really well. They did have some chances. They could have easily equalized for the second time. But then once again, they were sloppy and they gave away 2 goals at the end of the game. So I think that was the only concerning situation. So if Wolves do focus on this game, I think they do have a chance. On the other hand, Liverpool, they should be aware of that. Wolves can be a really easy team to get past by if they don't have the concentration. So I think Liverpool will be really pressing Wolves' defense so that they can make some sloppy mistake and give away chances. And I think that is how Liverpool can win this game. It is going to be a really wide open game. Both of these teams will have a chance. But then from a prediction, I'm actually going to back my team to win this game. I'm going to go for Wolves 2, Liverpool 1. So that's the end for this match week Peruvian prediction. If you guys did enjoy my video, please give a big thumbs up. And I'll see you guys for Champions League Peruvian prediction.